fucking woosah. Let's have a good time. It's Friday. Alright?
You ain't got no job?
I ain't got no job.
What is going on, everybody? It's a rainy day. We're going to the shop. Raven just got off work. Orion's here with his super white girl drink. And tomorrow we have a very oh my god.
Get that zoom. 40s, dude.
If the G will fucking focus, look at it. Wow.
Look at that money shot.
Baller.
Rubber band man.
That's so.
Okay, but like I was saying, tomorrow we have a very big announcement.
Yeah, we do.
It's big. But today is going to be another day at the shop, working on the S14, trying to get it done as soon as possible. These guys are working on
the death card.
Death card. They're making a death card. And it should be sick. I'm excited for them. Thanks, babe. See you guys at the shop. Okay, I've been on the phone for like a half hour. We met up with Tom, and we're at Ace now, and we're going to pick up some hardware for the car and then head back to the shop. Tom, what are we getting?
3/16 machine screws.
Okay, no problem. What's that look like?
No explanation needed. Out of metal, like scrap metal?
I got my supplies. This right here is going to be used to make the spacers. Tom, you look great. The spacers for the fuel rail brackets. That's what it is, right? Fuel rail bracket to hold it sturdy. So I'll show you guys when we get back.
I'm gonna put my email address right here.
You can email Tom.
Email me.
For what?
I don't know.
Just cause? Just for fun?
I always wanted to be like, I'll put it right here.
Tom will put his Instagram. Put your Instagram right there.
I'll put my. Do I just sprinkle?
Yeah.
Sprinkle it.
There you go.
There you go.
Alright, yeah, everybody go follow Tom. We made it back to the shop. So this piece of rod right here, basically, if you look in here, try and find the best angle. There's the bracket that hangs down right there. And in between that bracket and that threaded piece at the bottom under the bracket, this spacer is going to go there. I'm going to cut these to length, or cut this piece of aluminum to length, and it'll sit in the middle of there, and then one of these Allen bolts will go through and hold the fuel rails in place and make sure that there's no weird pull on the injectors sitting in the intake manifold. I don't want those to get fucked up, fudged up. And yeah, so I'm going to bolt on the rest of the brackets, and then I'm going to measure this and cut it to length. Alright, so I made the first one, and we're going to see if it fits. It looks like it fits alright. The only thing is my hardware is not long enough, so that sucks. I really don't like doing it this way. I feel like there's probably other brackets that you could get, but it will work, and it will secure the fuel rails, and that's what's important. So I'm gonna go get some other hardware. This is the ones that it comes supplied with, but I think it's based off of a different injector. These ones are a little bit bigger. So you can see here that this clearly is not long enough. We just organized
snickerdoodles to do.
we just organized everything that we have, and it's pretty crazy to look at this. And these are the last pieces that need to go in the car, minus the bash bars. This is it. So I'm gonna walk through some of this. We have the reservoirs for the pedals. We have a power steering reservoir. That's an oil and power steering cooler, ARP, crank bolt, air filter, dash, which has been in, it's out right now, but it will go back in. This is Tom's cigar ash all over my hood pins. It's okay though. Hood pins for the front and the rear. Brake switch. I finished wiring the brake lights. I'll show you guys that in a second. It's not all tightened up yet. Not tightened up, but tidied up. I moved the pedals around a little bit to make sure that they are where I want them. They are all good. Tom's gonna finish working on those brakes today. Oh, I put the trunk on, but the brake lights are wired. It's nothing serious. Today I am also going, after I finish, I have to go back to Ace, but after I finish putting on this hardware for the fuel rails, I'm going to start measuring, figuring out where I want my reservoir mounted, cutting line, making line for the power steering. And the coolant system won't be done or even be put back in until the engine is fully dressed and done. So that's going to be a couple days. But we're just going to keep plugging along. If you missed yesterday's video, I finished the fuel system. Thank you to Radium and Earls.
That's sprinkled mine.
Yeah. Again, that's twice in one video. Alright, well, you heard the man. Follow him. Let's get him to 10K. If we get Tom to 10K by tomorrow, what happens? If you get to 10,000 followers by tomorrow, what's going to happen? If you get to 10,000 followers tomorrow,
yeah,
what can we guarantee the viewers?
We'll say pork chop balls.
No, we can't do that for pork.
Okay, well then, if we get you to 10K followers by tomorrow, what can we guarantee the viewers?
I don't know, we'll work on the car. I mean, we're going to do that anyway. I mean,
true.
That's my schedule, you know? Work on customer cars, work on Caleb's car. That's literally what my schedule is. So.
We gotta think of something.
You got your first hate comment yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Who? What?
I don't know who it is.
What'd they say?
I'll show you. He's gonna be watching this too.
See you at.
And he'll know who he is.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Fine. He knows where the shop is. He knows the shop address.
Yeah. Carlos came to see me at the shop, huh, boy? Girls. Yes, my good boy. He just shows up. Carlos shows up to hang out with his dad, huh? It's been a while since Carlos has been in the shop. I think he misses it. And the little dachshund girls. He loves being in the truck. We're going to Ace and getting some food and coming back and working on the car. Some of you guys might have noticed this sticker on the side of my car with one of the greatest Americans of all time. It says, "Raise hell, praise Dale." Chow walks by my car and says, Chow looks down at it like this and goes, "Who's Dale?" Wow. Wow.
Girls, are you having dinner?
Alright, so Tom and I have been at work on the S14. He's been listening to some music, so when there's music playing, unfortunately you can't film YouTube videos because it gets copyrighted and then it gets muted. So I just been letting him do his thing. He's been on a roll, doing his thing, listening to his tunes. But now, take a little break from the music, talk about what's gotten done today. And I guess we'll start at the front. I made 2 different trips to Ace. Got hardware, got the wrong hardware twice. Is what it is. I made a this cover basically that held the reservoirs for the pedals, and Tom hated it, so he decided to make his own. Is that what happened?
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, look at this one.
So much cleaner.
Whoa, dude. I mean, it's alright, but shit. I mean, shoot. So this one here, this is the first one he made. Well, don't get mine, dude. So this one here is just for the bulkheads for the brakes. And I think it's going to look real nice. This is going to sit down in here. Down there. There you go. Where's it at? I'm just going to show it. I made this a long time ago. Tom threw it on the ground like 4 times.
No.
Yeah, Tom threw it on the ground, bent it up, made it look like shit, grinded all my nice ass fucking roll cage paint off of it. I mean, you guys be the judge. Cause, watch out, dude. Let me get the full view. Honestly, dude, mine's got style, character, city miles. You know what I mean? This is like
urban.
This is like buying a new truck, and this one's like driving an old diesel that's just been running for like 800 thou. Couple. These are Dennis though. These holes. These really were Dennis's fault. But yeah. So we did that. And he's still at it because we've only done the bulkhead side. It looks really nice though. Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
Okay, and then while he did that, I finally got my brake line kit for the hydraulic handbrake. And if you do any sort of hydraulic handbrake in your car, whether it be a dual caliper setup or an inline setup, you can call in Juku Racing and just say, hey, I've got a hydraulic handbrake with a Willwood master cylinder. What do I need? And they will send you this whole little kit, and it works very, very well. It's very easy to assemble. So I'm even going to try and get under the car and show you guys, since I didn't show you any of the installation of it. But this is one of the villains handbrakes with the quad grip on it. You can hit them up and get one. And basically, the Dash 3 goes into the master. It runs down under the car where the stock handbrake cable would be. And then pause 1 second while I get under the car. Oh yeah, also my drive shaft is in. But so you see it comes through down there, runs along the top of the chassis, and then if you look, I can try and show it. I'm trying here. There's a T. Now that T splits the two separate Dash 3 lines, and they run out to each set of calipers. So you see the T. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like in the calipers. So for my dual caliper setup, if you haven't been around the channel for a long time, you might not know what it is that I'm running. These are stock S14 calipers for the foot brake, and then the Willwood single piston for the second set of calipers. And you can see the Dash 3 just goes right in there, runs along the top. It's all fastened up back there, out of the way. You want to make sure it stays away from the axles. And I'm sure some of you are going to comment on these spacers. Yes, they are 35mm spacers, and they are used to make my wheels fit. Sorry if that upsets you, but please don't leave a comment about it, because I don't care. Gracias. Tom, so there was a lot of people commenting telling me that I shouldn't have cut my hood and I should have just used spacers. Will you please tell them right now that that doesn't matter? Exactly.
Because it's when you space the hood, you space the rear of the hood. The front's where it's not clearing. Plus, we're going to cut a big ass hole in that hood anyway when we run the right intake manifold. That now, granted, the Holley intake manifold is awesome.
We're waiting for a new one they're working on.
But we're waiting for them to release a single plane style, because that's going to be more towards what that motor's geared around as far as the cam specifications and everything.
Yes. So this is honestly temporary, but we're going to cut an even bigger hole. And hood spacers look like shit in my opinion. So please, please, please stop leaving comments talking about the hood spacers. We've got a terrible headache. It is, I think, midnight. We've got a lot of stuff going on this week. I mentioned earlier, we got some stuff going on, some crazy shit, some exciting shit. And we're just gonna keep plugging away at this daily. Where's the list at? I've been showing you guys the list every day. Our list of things to do, and it's definitely getting smaller, which is good. It means we're going in the right direction here. Here's the list. So let's go through it. Wire brake lights, check. Fuel cell vent, that'll take 35 seconds. Which one's this? Finish kill switch, check. Brake switch, that will be done when the brake lines are all ran up to the pedals. Hydro handbrake, check. Wire dash, that's partially done, but it's not done enough to check off yet. Mount switch panel, that'll just take a couple seconds once all the wiring's done. Brake lines from bulkheads to master. Clutch line from bulkhead to master. That's Tom's taking care of that. Install rockers and push rods. Tom's going to take care of that. Cut the hood. Now, people keep commenting about this, telling me how they would do it, and I could care less how you would do it. But it is partially cut right now. It is not finished. It will clearly be cleaned up and need extra cutting for the intake. Install radiator lines. Finish fuel lines, those are done. Exhaust. Exhaust and dash bars are both things that have to wait because there's no materials here. Oh, there's some exhaust here. We still need a couple things, right?
Yeah, we need voltage tubing them out.
Yeah. Wire headlights, did that. Hood pins, front and rear. That's pretty quick, huh? We're not too worried about that. Alignment, that will happen after the car is completely done and driving. Coils and plug wires. There's still some stuff that isn't on here, like the oil cooler power steering, cooler, oil filter relocation, shifter installation. I think that's it. There's only so much that can be done in a day. There's only so much we can do with the budget. Luckily, we've got everything. So it's little pieces of hardware here and there, but no major parts are needed. It's all just time and making sure that it looks good. Now, we have spent a lot of time and money on this car, so doing everything right and making it look pretty is important to me. Clearly, the exterior is going to get destroyed, which is something that I feel like a lot of my followers aren't too familiar with how these drift cars work and what happens when you drive them. They get beat up. You drive hard, you go fast, and shit happens. So yeah, this car is definitely going to get fucked up, but that's not what's important to me. The fiberglass and the paint, like that's whatever. It'll suck, but it doesn't matter. Like, that's all fixable. The things that matter are the reliability of the car, the fuel system. Very, very important thing when building a car. The wiring and electronics. Very, very important thing when building a car. The engine. One of the most important things that you need reliable. So that's why it's taking so long. There's money, there's time, there's precision. All of that plays a huge factor when building a car. And I hope you guys understand that and understand why it's taken so long. But when it's done, we should have a unbelievably reliable car, fast car, fun car, loud car, aggressive car, and that's what we're going for. So thanks for sticking it out. I know it's been about, I think, like 8 months now, maybe a tiny bit longer actually. Damn, it sucks, but it'll all be worth it. So thanks to all of you guys that have stuck around and kept me motivated to keep working on it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, turn the notification button on, and pick up some of the new merch. Got the new Quan Gang glasses and lanyards and shirts. Peace.